What's up, guys? It is 11 o'clock, and it is time for Wonder Friends. What is going on, everybody? As you start coming in, make sure that you put your name into the comments so we can say hi to everybody. Check this out. Like, I figured out something kind of cool. It's like, let's pretend. Do you ever pretend? Because I do sometimes. Why not? That I'm like rollerblading. Check it out. This is what I do when I make sure that I have this all set up and ready to go. So we can pretend that you're like rollerblading. I don't know. That's just what I do. I was kind of pretending when I was like setting this up, figuring out some things I could do. Kind of like crouch down. I can, or you can do the whole like walking on the. That's it. Do you guys ever pretend? I pretend all the time. Do you guys pretend? I pretend. So, how's everybody doing today? Reminder, my name is Jason Tharp. I'm the Chief Creative Dreamer at Wonderville Studios. Kids, what that means is I get to make stuff up and people pay me. It is a pretty cool job. I love it. It's what I dreamed about doing when I was a little kid, and now I get paid to do it as an adult, and it is super awesome. I love it so much. So thank you guys for checking this out. We are in the midst of an awesome week. If you all remember, we are in Unicorn Week, right? And we are now, can you believe it's Friday already? Can you believe it's Friday already? I can't believe it's Friday already, but we are in the midst of Unicorn Week. And today I thought we could draw just a bunch of unicorns and have some fun doing different kinds. It's not just the same one. We got some ideas. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. And just all kinds of reminders real quick to make sure that you go to the website, wondervillestudios.com, download all those PDFs that we got. They're completely free, grab them. Parents, I need your help with something big time. I need you to share this show. I need you to help me get the word out. It's really hard to kind of do this stuff without really knowing what I'm doing, so I need your help. If you guys can please, if you're getting a little bit of value out of this, if your kids are digging it, if they're really liking it, I just need you to take 2 seconds and share this after it's over. Let other people know about it. The more people we can reach, the more kids we can talk to, more kids we can help feel normal throughout this crazy time and all that good stuff like that. I would really, really appreciate that. Make sure that you're downloading, you're entering our giveaways, because this week we're giving away, where did my book go? The big unicorn prize pack. There'll be 2 winners, 2 signed copies. I'm going to be sending them all kinds of stuff. And we have been talking about that book quite a bit. Let me just catch up with everybody here in the world. Ava, what is happening? Madison and Ella, what's up? Emily, how's it going? Nolan, what is going on? Emma and Alex, I say hi back to you. How are you guys doing? And we got Marley. What's up, girl? Good to see you again. And the Crazy K kids are here. Keegan, Kellen, Kenzie, and Kelton. What's happening, guys? And Mason, what's going on? Good to see you guys again. Porter and Harper, what is up, guys? So, again, we're reminding everybody about our cup reminders, right? We're talking about the kind of cup you think from, not the kind you drink from, right? We're talking about our brains. We're really important about our kindness, our uniqueness, and how we practice it each day. Remember that it's really important to be nice to yourself, just as important as to be nice to other people. And how we do that here is that we sit up big and tall. You can put your paper and pens down. We get mindful, right? We take a second to just kind of bring it all back to us. So take a big breath in. You could say this out loud or just inside your brain, but say, I am smart, I do matter, I am me, and I am super fantastic. Now remember how important that is. That sometimes we struggle, sometimes we can get scared, sometimes we can get worried, sometimes we can be really happy. And it's all those things that we do to remind ourselves how awesome we really are. It's taking that 2 seconds out just to remind ourselves that we are really super fantastic, because we are one of a kind. There's nobody else like us, and we are powerful, we are strong, we are really cool, and that is really important to make sure that we're letting everybody know. I want to talk to you guys about something that is really cool. Macy, what's going on? And Dorian, good to see you. Thanks for checking this out. So I got this new thing that we're doing that you're going to see today. I'm going to put the first one up. It is called Dice Doodles. Dice Doodles is just a little game that we can play. I'm going to be uploading videos of this. This isn't going to be a live thing. It's just going to be videos. You can follow along. You can play your own thing. It's just a little game that I put together. It's a little different than what you saw, what we did with dice on here, but you're going to be able to see that later on today. I will make sure that your parents are aware of this stuff for the giveaway. So the information for the giveaway, guys, so you guys know, the information for the giveaway is simple. What we need you to do is like the page, need you to share the page, and then post a comment in the comments here of like your picture, right, of what you made, our wonder work. So the project we do today, just snap a picture of yourself in it, or a picture of it. You don't have to put your face in it. You don't have to, just a picture of it's great. Just that's how we enter it. And then at the end of the week on Sunday, we are going to pick 2 winners this week for the unicorn prize pack and all that good stuff like that. So there's really no real entry, just really kind of liking the page, sharing it. But again, parents, I need your help sharing this page to get it out there, just so a lot of other kids can check it out. So one of the things, guys, we've been talking about each day this week, we've been picking out a page out of the It's Okay to Be a Unicorn book to talk about and how that works. Today's page I picked is this page right here. Now this page, let me get rid of that guy there. This page reads like this. Mayor even declared a new Huffington holiday. Unicorniness Day. Cornelius said to the crowd, the key to happiness is accepting your unicorniness. And every horse cheered. Now, here's the thing about this that I want you guys to think about. When I use the word unicorniness, what do you think it means? Because part of what I want you to make sure that you understand is that, like, we are all unicorns. We're all magical. We all have our own powers among us, right? That we can do so many cool things because you are so unique and different to everybody else. And sometimes we get afraid of what makes us different and we don't want to embrace it so much. Sometimes we want to fight off that thing that makes us different. We want to try to be like everybody else. And because sometimes people will make us feel bad for being who we are, right? Sometimes somebody will make fun of us because we're a little different. Sometimes people will say mean things to us because we're different, or any sort of thing like that. So the key is that you don't have to be afraid of those things. It's actually kind of pretty cool to be different than what everybody else is. Could you imagine if every single day we did, well, right now we kind of are doing the same thing every day, right? We can't leave the house a whole lot, but imagine if we all dressed the same, we all said the same things every day, and we never did anything different. How much fun would that be? The fact that we're all different is actually what makes us pretty cool. So I say the key to that is embracing what is magical about you, what is different about you, being excited that you're different than everybody else. That is the key, I think, of what I mean by when you're saying the key to happiness is embracing your unicorniness. You're correct. So Ava says, it's embracing your magic. 100% true. And Macy says, I think it means being ourselves. You are right. I agree. That's exactly what it's about. It's about just embracing yourself for who you are and how awesome that is. Because you are a unicorn already. You are one of a kind. There aren't another one of you. There never will be. And that is awesome. Just ask your mom and dad if you don't believe me. And they will tell you how you are definitely one of a kind. I guarantee you. So, you guys all ready to do some drawings? We got some cool things on the docket. We are going to need some paper and markers. That's what we need today. It's going to be very, very simple. If you have colored pencils, colored markers, all those things like that, that's completely cool too. But we are going to be doing something with this, and I'm going to switch over to the cameras, and we're going to do a couple different types of unicorns today. So, let me get this all squared away real quick, guys. Here we are. We're going to make some unicorns. Now, there's going to be a warning here because we might be making some sounds because, you know, we got to get that unicorn magic flowing. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to make a couple different unicorns. We got our paper, right? Now, this unicorn is going to start out simple, something that you have. I want you to take your hand and put it right there, just like this, okay? And then I want you to take your handy dandy marker and trace right around your hand. Like that. Then connect it. So what we have is a shape right there, okay? You got this shape. We've all seen it. It's your hand. You look at it every day. That's what it looks like if you outline it, if you were ever wondering what it would look like, okay? So now that we got this, we're going to do, I'm going to switch back to my favorite marker here, and we are going to turn our hand into a unicorn. And how we're going to do that is kind of simple. Right at the top, I want you to take and draw our upside down V just like this and connect it together and draw some lines on it. Now why we're drawing more lines is because we're hiding the other lines underneath there. Is what we're doing. We're going to use that to hide the other lines. Now we drew a line before, right? If we pretend that there's an imaginary line in here, right in this area, kind of right below where your thumb met here, I want you to draw 2 circles side by side, just like so. All right? Now, we've used this a million times. We're going to draw rectangles and color them in. Right? And in the center, we're going to do this. If you guys want to put some eyebrows on it or some eyelashes, you can. Any way you want to bling up this character, feel free to do it, right? Then we're going to, we've talked about a bunch, horse nostrils or those big nostrils, and we know that we're going to make swirly lines, and we got to make those magical swirly sounds. So it's, and we make those swirly sounds, get those in there, right? And let's give it a big old smile, right? Big old smile right through there. And I think it's always funny to do like 2 teeth because it's kind of funny, or you can do 1 tooth or whatever, but we put a couple teeth side by side. And put a couple lines on it. Those little lines give it like teethy marks, right? And what we're going to do here is we know that we already kind of have an ear right here, right? So let's put one there. On this side, let's do that kind of shape on the other side. Now we got some ears, right? Now, here's the funny part. So we're going to use for legs, we're going to do little rectangles. So I want you to put one there, one beside it here, and one beside it there. And each bottom part, you kind of color it in a little bit so it's like a hoof, right? And a tail. Make up any kind of tail that you want to put on here. I'm just going to do a tail kind of like this. You put any kind of tail that you want to put on yours. And then we're going to put a little oval right down here to kind of show that it's got like a little bit of a belly right there. And we're going to put a little bit of magic on it, right? We're going to sprinkle some magic on it. And because this is your hand, right, I want you to think about and write about around here, right, the things that you touch, right? So, like, think about it this way. What I mean by the things you touch isn't necessarily, look at me, I'm touching this. What I mean about is the things that you touch as in, like, what you emotionally, what you touch. People around you that you are like kind of touching their lives is what they're saying. What we mean by that is that you can have an impression, or you can really make people feel a certain way, make people really happy that are around you. That's like putting like your touch on somebody's life. That's kind of what we mean by that. So I would say like my family, right? My cat, right? I think like you guys, like, right? People checking out I call you my friends that are coming and checking out this stuff with me. And let's see, I have like my people at the gym that I like to go to, that I talk to. Maybe it's friends around like my house, right? So it's different people that we touch that are around us that we can really use our superpowers to think about them today. And we just really kind of like think about them, and it makes us feel really good when we start thinking about. So as you're writing things like your family, think about how they make you feel. Maybe it's your cat or your pet. Think about how they make you feel and how really important it is to go through those feelings. I want you to just write your feelings around that thing. Okay? Now, also what we're going to do is you flip a page. We're going to draw we're going to draw a bunch of unicorns today, just to kind of give you guys an idea. For this page, we're going to do 2 on 1 page. And I want to take out any color marker that you want, and just, we've done this before. I want you to scribble on one side And then with your other marker, I want you just to make a shape just like that. Just a blobby shape. Just make a blobby type of shape. Any kind of shape. There is no rules to it. Just make a blobby type of shape. Now, I want you guys to really focus on just your creative energy right now and just think about being super creative and how you have the power with your creativity to turn anything into whatever you want it to be. And that's pretty cool of what you're able to do as somebody that makes art and creates stuff, is you can make anything into anything. So now remember, just because we drew it this way, it doesn't mean that our paper doesn't spin, right? Doesn't mean that it can't go like this. Doesn't mean that it can't go like this or whatever. You can turn it any way you want, right? If you see something else, I want you to do your version and create it any way you want. I'm going to stick with mine up and down just because I think it would be easier for you guys to see. But if you really want to spin yours a different way, feel free. You do whatever you need to do. But I'm just going to look at these things and we're going to turn these into unicorns and see how might we do that. So for my one over here, I think, you know, what I'm going to do is obviously one of the big parts about a unicorn is putting a horn on it, right? And all the other parts of it are maybe some eyeballs. So if I draw two eyes down here, right? Now the unicorn, now remember, anything can technically be a unicorn. Doesn't mean it has to always be a horse shape. So if I put up some ears right here, right? And I draw some lines in here. And I make my eyeballs right in here again. And remember our eyelashes, they could be just rectangles. Now, I think it'd be kind of funny with this one if there are like the two legs. Like this one is a stand-up unicorn, okay? And again, the tail could be anything. I think it'd be kind of funny with this one, since it is a scribble. If its tail's like this and its tail is a bunch of scribbles too. Kind of magical, right? And for the nose nostrils, I'm going to make those half circle shapes that we make here and color those in. Draw that line across and color them in. Now remember, if I'm going too fast, guys, you can always go back and check out this video and rewind it after it's done posting, and it's on YouTube that you can go back to again. I'm just trying to get through all of it so everybody can like stick with me. So if it feels rushed, you're always going to be able to go back and check it out. And also, so once we get it here, all we're going to do is make a smile, right? And when we stop that smile, here's the kind of fun thing that we can do, is if we stop this smile here and we put a little bump like it's the corner of a cheek, right? Like it's the end of your smile. And I draw like a little half circle down. Watch what happens if I make a little bump in there. And I color that in. Now we have an inside of the mouth, right? And we can put it in some arms by just doing some simple rectangles, just like this. And now we have, I think, a unicorn. Sprinkle some magic on it. And sign your name on it. That is how you turn a scribble into a unicorn. Kind of cool, right? So anything can be a unicorn. So now we look at our blobby shape over here, right? This big old blob shape. Now we're going to figure out a way to turn that into a unicorn. This is another exercise I do a lot of times if I get stuck. If I'm trying to figure out a way to draw something, is sometimes I'll just make a random shape like this and try to turn it into something, because it helps me start to be creative and reminds me to, like, don't look at everything for exactly like it is. Look at what it could be, right? And so if I do start with the same thing and I just draw some lines on this, and if maybe instead I just draw a couple simple lines, can you already start to see the unicorn here? I can, right? If we use this part right out here as the end, and if I put one bump there and another bump there, and I color those in, now we have our big, huge horse nostrils, right? Let's say if we want to do some like little lines on the edge, and now those are our eyelashes, right? And then we have just some eyebrows right there, or eyebrows, if you want to get real fancy, right? So now that we have this, we have ears. Now, ears, like we've talked about, are just like the D's one way and then backwards, right? We can put some hair on here, so like Like those are maybe some like spiky ones, right? And we need the important part to put on there is a mouth, because how could a unicorn eat clouds if there's no mouth, right? You think the unicorns eat clouds or cotton candy? What do you think would be their preferred thing? I know me personally, I would rather eat cotton candy than clouds, but you know, hey, whatever. I'm not judging anybody. And then we're gonna put a little smile right there, just like that. The little smile is just a little half circle, a little dot at the top. You can put some little cute little dots there to get it. We think about our legs. Let's make some like half hot dog shapes, right? So we got our half hot dog shapes, put little things in so it's hooves, right? And for our tail, I'm gonna make it like this kind of thing and put some little hairs, some random hairs out there. You make yours however you want to do it, right? And I'm gonna put a little hot dog shape here, and I'm gonna bend one just like this. So it kind of looks like our unicorn's waving high, right? So now, as you can see here, if I put a little space around here, look at what we made. Two completely different shapes, and we came up with two completely different, completely unique, different ways of saying the same thing, right? So let's sprinkle some magic on here. Let's say your name. So here's what's kind of cool about this. If you think about these things, even though we're saying the exact same thing, we're making unicorns, right? We're talking the same language, right? We're talking unicorns. We're using creativity. Our language is creativity. What we're talking about is unicorns. We each have our own unique way of making something, even though we're making the exact same thing in a different way. This is a perfect way to show you how you are completely unique, right? Yours doesn't look like mine, and mine doesn't look like yours. It's because we took our own brains, we used the power of our creativity to make something different, all because we just decided to try something new, right? That's really what it means by embracing your unicorniness. Embracing that thing that's magical about you, that nobody else has, and that's a huge part of it is your imagination, your creativity, and how you say those things that you want to say in the world. So I want to do one more with you, if that's cool. We're going to fit a lot into today's class here. So we're going to get another piece of paper. And the last one I want to make with you is how do we combine two things that shouldn't belong together. And I'm going to use, for an example here, I did these drawings before we did this, is a cat and a unicorn. Now I know there's the Unikitty, I think it's called, or something like that. I don't want to do that thing, that same one, but I want to just do this, and the reason why is because it's really sunny today, and my kitty Zoe was purring so loud because she was laying in the sun. It kind of inspired me to do a cat unicorn thing. She's really enjoying like this super sunny day today. So what we're going to do is when we start to try to combine two things together, we got to remember what makes each one of these things unique, right? A unicorn is easy. The first thing that makes a unicorn unique for sure is the horn, right? So we know for sure, to make sure that we are telling everybody that we're making a unicorn character, we need to make sure that it includes a horn, right? The other parts for a cat, what makes a cat unique and different? I would say it's something like the whiskers, right? Whiskers are a great way of making a cat show like a cat, right? There's that tail too. A cat's tail is way different than what a unicorn tail would be. So maybe like the tail, and then they have this little unique mouth. Those are the types of things that when you're making a character and trying to sandwich two different ones together, that you can kind of look at to make sure that your drawing has those things in place. So what we're going to do, and I want to make this really, really simple for you guys to follow along with as well. I want you just to, in the middle of your page, just to put a big oval, just like this, okay? And we're gonna put, just so we can get this out of the way, right in the middle, a unicorn horn, okay? And put some lines on it. Super simple, right? So far, so good. You're with me? If so, give yourself a pat. You're doing it, you're doing great. Super proud of you, keep it up. Now, usually when we do unicorn ears, we use the capital D, but we're gonna use cat ears this time. And how we're going to do cat ears is it's just an upside down V, right? Just two upside down V's. And put inside, because cats are very furry, right? We know this. Let's put just 3 little lines like this. And that kind of shows that there's cat fur, right? Really, really simple. Now, whiskers were the other thing we talked about that made cats unique. So let's go ahead and let's just put 3 whiskers on each side of that cat unicorn thing. Catacorn, unikitty, whatever you want to call it. So eyeballs, I think eyeballs are just eyeballs, right? The same as anything else. Let's just put 2 circles right on each side of each other and put some things right in the middle. Now, we have 2 choices we can go with here. We can kind of use the unicorn nostrils, or we can use the cat nose and use a big unicorn smile. We can kind of go different ways. I think for this one we should probably do it. In mine, I'm going to use a cat type of nose. So it's just a little half circle, and I'm going to connect it together, and I'm just going to draw that straight line. But I'm going to make a big smile that goes all the way across, and I want to use those 2 teeth that we do sometimes for our unicorns, okay? Now, sometimes cats have spots and things like that on their face, or they have stripes. I think I'm going to give my cat like a little heart tattoo, little heart spot on its fur, right? You can kind of do that. Eyebrows, all they are rectangles, right? Same thing as we've always done. We're just using rectangles. Now here's where we can kind of get a little bit creative. So now that we have our cat, we can give it a body that maybe is part cat, part unicorn, right? And what we can do with that is let's just give it like a hot dog shape. It just kind of comes around just like this. So that comes around. Now we do know that we've used a bunch of times hot dogs for legs for our unicorn. So let's do a couple of hot dog legs on the front. Now, cats kind of have those little paw, like if you watch a cat's paw, it's not just a hot dog, it would be like a little bit of a paw that bends down. We're going to use cat legs, so we're going to use kind of like this kind of thing for the back legs. Okay? And then let's put a tail on it. I want you to kind of do your thing here. If you want to do a big cat tail, great. If you want to do a unicorn tail, great. If you have some sort of creative way to make that cat tail look like a crazy mix of both, that's cool too. I'm just going to do my tail just like this, and I'm going to put some stripes on it. Just like this, all the way down through. And then I'm going to put some stripes on its back too, like a cat would. My cat has some stripes, so I think it'd be kind of cool. And you can put little lines on the feet if you want. This gives it little cat paws. And if you want to color the front legs in, like hooves, that's cool too. You can even do something like these little, like put little lines on like this, which makes it look like there's fur. You can totally do that kind of thing too, right? And then we're going to sprinkle some magic on it, which is X's with the lines, as we know, right? And this is like our, you know, catacorn. I think I'm going to call it cat-icorn. But I think we should come up with a better name for it. What name would you give yours? And I think that's what you should do, is name your catacorn, cat unicorn, any way that you want. I think that it would be cool if you colored this in and create like your version of it. Make it as cool and as fun as you want to make it. Just have some fun making this catacorn come to life. Create your own version of it, color it up, make it have some fun about it. Really go to town with it, have a good time with it, and that's going to be our wonder work today, is for you to post in the comments what you came up with for the catacorn. So remember, we can also use our powers of creativity to combine 2 things, because in the language of making art, it doesn't always have to be exactly the same, because every one of us are making something different. Even though we're talking the same thing, we're all coming up with our own versions of it, and that is what's really cool. That's what it means to embrace your unicorniness, all that stuff like that. Let me switch over to the other one real quick. Pretty cool, right? You have that ability to kind of change what you want it to be in any sort of way. That is the best part about us coming together as creative people, is we can all speak a different language but make the same thing. That's the unicorn power. That's what makes you completely magical, right? Is you have the ability to do the exact same thing as me, but your version. And what makes your version just as cool as mine is the fact that you made it. I didn't make it. All I did was show you the way to do it, but you created it. You made something that you might not have thought that you could do. That is awesome. So that is really, really cool. Let me catch up real quick and see if I can say hi to some new people here. What is going on? Sylvia and Vivian, good to see you. Ariel, what is happening? Good to see you. Cotton candy would definitely be, I think that I love it. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys checking us out. I want to talk about the Wonder Words of the day. Wonder word is powerful, right? There's something I want you guys to really think about is how powerful you really are. You have the ability to make change happen just by you trying something new, by you doing something new. You have the ability to change stuff. That is powerful. You have so many unique things about you that if you go about and change it and you let people know all the cool stuff you're up to, they're going to support you. And that is really, really cool. So guys, just make sure that we are sharing this video. Please, need your help. Just hit share. Let other people know about it. Kids, after you're done with watching this, have mom and dad share this video. Tell them to let your other friends know about it. Don't forget that I'm gonna show you guys what dice doodles are today. We're gonna put that out there. It's really cool. If you want to do some other drawing videos, I have a bunch of them on YouTube. You can find it Wonderville Studios on YouTube. That we can do all that good stuff like that. Remember your Wonder Work today. To enter the contest, you just got to like the page, share the page, and put a picture of your finished work that you did today in there. The Wonder Work will be to take that catacorn, unicorn, cat, critter thing that we sandwiched together, put that in the comments, put a picture of it, show the world how awesome that is. And as always, you can go over and check out all these books. These are the books that I do that has been my pleasure to make. You can find all of them on Amazon. Remember that we are going to be closing out Unicorn Week. Cornelius is probably going to be a little sad, but that's okay. There's going to be more unicorn stuff. You can always check out that book, It's Okay to Be a Unicorn. It's available anywhere books are sold. So super, super excited, guys. And again, make sure you're hitting the website, downloading those PDFs. They are 100% free, there for you to grab, share with people, let other people know that they're there, and just remember, the key to happiness is embracing your unicorniness. Those things about you that are completely different is absolutely amazing. Embrace your magic every day. You do have the ability to still sprinkle your magic on everybody's day. Write a note to somebody. Do some cool stuff out on the chalk in your driveway. Let people go on by. Wave to them. Leave notes for the mailman. All kinds of cool stuff that you can do to sprinkle your magic on somebody else's day. Be the unicorn. Stay magical. And I will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. See ya.